So I felt, okay, this is really powerful, crazy, but what do you do with it? I mean, after that, life just kind of returned to normal. So a few months later, I get this bill from my ex-girlfriend. I had a Japanese girlfriend in college, and we'd had a big, long argument on the phone, and I got a phone bill for like $200 or something. And I couldn't pay it, and I freaked out because it was going to make me broke. I was working for $5.77 an hour, taking care of developmentally disabled people in a residence facility. And I started screaming and crying, and I said, if you're out there, I want the fucking proof right now. I'm sorry. Just beep that or something.
No, okay, cool. No, really, I mean, it's fine.
People have told me I shouldn't swear, so.
Okay.
So if you're out there, I want the proof and I want it right now. Okay? So, and then I'm looking out the window and seeing if there's going to be UFOs in the window. Nothing happened. And then I'm trying to levitate this napkin on my plate and it didn't levitate. My friend ended up calling and he was going through AA and rehabilitation, and I realized, you know, I'm a heck of a lot better off than he is right now. And by the end of the night, I'd forgotten about it. Next morning, my buddy had a housemate and he delivered pizza. He didn't even get home until after I went to bed that night. So he slept in until like 10 or 11 in the morning, and we had a rule, don't call us in the morning, period. So this one morning, the next morning after this happened, I get this little itch to go outside, start the car, so that I could warm it up because it was wintertime, really freezing outside. So I go out, I start up my Subaru, I come back inside, and there's Eric with pillow creases on his face, and he's on the phone. Okay, why is he on the phone? He hangs up the phone, he says, dude, I had a really strange dream about you. And I'm like, I can't listen to your dream, I gotta go to work, I'm late. Yeah, but this had UFOs, all these UFOs were in it, man. Okay, I'm listening, right? So I'm listening. So he starts going into this dream in which this whole fleet of UFOs flies overhead, and people start panicking and running, and they're all hiding under things. It was like a big mall, but there was no ceiling on the mall. And everybody evacuates except for my ex-girlfriend, and he didn't even know that I'd had this event happen about her, and him and me. One UFO stayed, and this pillar of light comes down, and there's a flat disc on the bottom, okay? And there's a man standing on the disc wearing a white robe and sandals, but it clearly was not Jesus because he had gray hair and a gray beard. This is like a wise old man archetype. Well, he starts doing this discourse, and he says, we are your brothers, your long-lost family. You came from us, we came from you, we came from the one. We are all one, we are all connected. We are here now at this time because you are about to go through this amazing, fantastic, energetic enlightenment of your entire planet. Right now you're only seeing the bad part where you have the earth changes and you have the upheavals in your government and you're starting to see the rottenness in your society, but what comes after this is a golden age, far more incredible than you could ever imagine. And we are here to help you through this transition. So he eventually stopped. He gave this whole ascension discourse. And he's just standing there. And the girl says to Eric, shouldn't somebody go talk to him? And Eric says, well, I'll leave that to Dave. He's the UFO guy. He'll know what to say. So apparently they kind of prodded me along. This is his dream. I walk up to the guy, and he recognizes me. And we say some strange word to each other that wasn't in English, and then we hug each other. And he has his arm around me, and he looks at Eric very serious now, and he says, it is very important that you know that he is one of us. So Eric tells me all this, right? So then I didn't even have time to think about it. I'm like, oh my God, okay, that's the whole dream, great, gotta go. And I'm like driving to work, and I'm passing people, and I get to work, and it's a terrible day. And then I got out from work, and I was gonna go visit my mother. So the next thing you know, I'm on the New York State Thruway driving north up to Albany. It's pouring rain, my windshield is fogging over, I can't see anything, it's very deadly, I might not even make it alive. I'm hydroplaning as I'm driving, and all of a sudden in this condition where I'm just almost in tears already from that day, and just such a terrible day, I realize, wait a minute, I asked a question the night before in prayer, basically, and I got the answer, and the answer is yes. You are, one of us. I pulled the car over to the side of the road, and I just lost it. I mean, I knew in that moment that there was something I was here to do. And when you really bring yourself back to that point where you first heard it, it's still just as potent as when it happened. And